The following episode is something that worked for me, but remember, AI can make mistakes, so always go and check on it. I have discovered something that has saved me so much time. So it's that season, tax season. We're all having to gather up all of our receipts, enter all of the amounts, figure out what deductions we have, and all of that stuff. And every year I say the same thing. I'm going to set aside a day monthly where I go, enter my receipts, enter the amount, and keep up with it so that whenever the new year hits, I am not having a complete freak out moment because I have to get our taxes together. And every single year, I do really good until maybe April or May, and then I fall off the wagon completely, and then I still have my freak out moment in January. But this year, I was thinking there's got to be a faster way to get this prepared. And I have discovered a hack that saved me so much time. Again, though, remember, AI can make mistakes, and so I am not going to completely recommend this. I am just saying that for me personally, this worked. If this is your first time listening, hi, I'm Samantha Welch. I am mom to 3 daughters. I live on a 40-acre farm in Arkansas, and I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. So if you want to follow along with more of my personal life, you can find me at the Woman of Courage podcast. But if you're just here for quick AI tips on how to steward your time better and to have your own personal assistant that you only pay $20 a month for, then this podcast is for you. And I am excited and a little nerded out to share these AI tips with you. So here's what I did. I took pictures or screenshots of all of my receipts. So for us, we have our farm, and then we also have my business that we have to do profits, deductions, and all of that stuff for. So I took screenshots or photos of all the receipts, and then I uploaded those receipts into ChatGPT. Now, I have to say that there was a lot of receipts, and even with my paid version, I ran out of uploads, and so I had to wait an hour or so to gain new uploads. So if you don't have the paid version, you might end up finding it's kind of the same way for you. However, I feel like even waiting a little bit, it still saved me. So the first thing I did before I actually uploaded the picture of the receipt is that I gave it my deduction categories. And I did this separately for both my business and my farm, so I didn't mix these up or anything. So for example, for my farm, I have deduction categories of animals, feed, fertilizer, etc., etc. And so I gave it the deduction categories, and then I uploaded the receipt and I told it, I want you to extract the text from the receipt, which would be especially the title and the price, and then I want you to categorize it. So I want you to put it under the category. And honestly, I was super impressed. So I did a trial run with some more complicated receipts just to make sure it was doing what I needed it to do. It did amazing. I was very impressed. And it even categorized them correctly depending on the title. And so what I did was I uploaded the receipt. I told it to extract the title and the price, put it into the category. Now, side note, I keep all of my receipts. I have them in a Google Doc folder titled those receipts. I don't keep hard copies of my receipts. I keep them all digitally. It's way easy, or for paper trail. So I have my doc. So if I were to ever get audited or anything, I would have all my receipts there. So I'm not saying that this replaces you saving your receipts, because it absolutely does not. But what it does do is it pulls all of the titles, the price, and then categorizes it. So what I would do is I would upload it, have it do that. Then I would only do maybe 5 to 10 receipts at a time just to make sure it did it correctly. And then I would copy, paste the extracted text, the title, the price, and the category, and put it into a separate Google Doc. So I did that with all the receipts for my farm. And then after that was done, I went to that Google Doc where I had put all that information in, and then I uploaded the actual PDF Google Doc into chat and I said, I need to know the exact amount of money that was spent in each category. And so then it did a add up of the categories and it broke it down to me with the amount of money that was spent in each of the categories. And then I was able to go into my software, enter that amount of money so I could send that paperwork over to my CPA. They would know exactly how much money I spent in each category. And that was it. So my deductions, all of that was done. It would have taken me so long to go through each receipt, enter the amount, figure out the category, and then start adding up the pricing. So what would have taken me hours of dreaded work ended up only taking me in total about 2 hours. But granted, like I said, I was exceeding the limit of uploads because I had a ton of receipts. But it only took me like 2 hours of my time, which is amazing. So I wanted to share that tip with you if it's something you want to try. Again, the way I have trained my chat and everything, and I checked it and to make sure that it was extracting the text correctly, that it was like can do math correctly and everything. Because this is something that you don't want to play with. You want to make sure that these things are correct, and it did a fantastic job for me. But for your own personal doing, definitely check and make sure it's doing good for you, because when it comes to taxes, you want it to be precise. But anyway, if this is something that you found helpful, hopefully it will save you hours of time and make your tax season go so much better. So thank you for joining me for this quick tip, and until next time, go make AI work for you.